that was done so well. So well. I mean, they brought Patrick in at the right time. Mm-hmm. He's still on that low-end contract. Comes in, performs a couple of years really good, and then you still have a couple more years before you really got to start paying him. So, I mean, that was so magical, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And think about this. Alex Smith,
Hey, he's back, too.
Yep. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah. I love that guy. But let's
everybody
say this.
Does.
Well, dude, I put something on Facebook about it, and I actually had
not everybody.
I think I had one guy say something bad. I go, I don't understand that.
Those people don't know sports.
My wife is definitely not a fan either.
I agree.
She does know sports.
I agree. I've talked to Amy about it. I think Amy's a big fan of him as a person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But not as like a player.
Not as a quarterback.
That's still crazy.
Without him, though, we're not where we're at today.
Agreed. Now, the deal is on that last year before they start Mahomes, we're fifth best offense in the league. We go 11-5. We lose in the first round to Pittsburgh on field goals. I think that's right. We lose is it Pittsburgh? Yeah, Pittsburgh on field goals, I think, is what we lost that. And so the thing about that is like Alex Smith is coming off a career year on yardage and a career year on touchdowns, I believe. And so and to be able to, like, their original pick is 23 or 24, and to be able to move up to 10 to take Mahomes and then be able to sit him. No, I'm sorry. You know what? The year they moved up to take Mahomes, Alex Smith was coming off a decent year. Mm-hmm. And then the year before, then he sat for a year while Alex went on and had his career year, and then we were able to trade him off. But, yeah, the transition, I don't think I've ever seen a team where the transition was that smooth, because the biggest transition like this that I can remember is probably Favre to Rodgers.
Right. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that was not smooth.
No.
Favre was not nice about it. Rodgers is not nice about it. And then on the flip side, you get Alex Smith and Mahomes, which they get along perfect. And honestly, if they would have rolled with Smith for one more year and Mahomes learned another year, there probably wouldn't have been nothing. Mahomes probably been like, yeah, great, I'm glad I could learn behind this guy, and it's great and whatever. And you're like, okay, you're not like a selfish player at all.
Right. I got a question for you on Mahomes here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm driving down Ward Parkway this morning, pull off on the 75th and Ward Parkway, and pull up right next to a white pearl. It was a pearly white Rolls-Royce SUV. I didn't even know they made Rolls-Royce SUV.
They're really nice.
You don't see a Rolls-Royce dealer in Kansas City, right?
Right.
Texas plates.
Ooh, is that?
It's either Brittany's.
Pops?
It's either Brittany, Pops, or Patrick's driving it. But it pulls down his street. I won't say what street he lives off of, but it pulls down his street, and I've seen it pull into his driveway before driving down another street.
Okay, so the only other,
but who else? Who else would have a white Rolls-Royce SUV, brand new
Texas
with Texas plates?
The only other person
a rent-a-car place.
Well, they don't have those in Kansas City. I guarantee you, there's not too many Rolls-Royces running around.
You know, the only other that is a mega expensive vehicle.
Oh my gosh!
And actually, you had to. Oh, you know what? You know whose car that might be? So
it was me.
It was Gary Carl. Anyways, he was going to play. He's like, "Hey,
that was a good contract you signed with Shawnee Mission East. I'm gonna have to talk to Hoover."
Yeah, he was visiting Mahomes, saying, "Hey, man, talk to Coach Reed. Just get me on the staff here. I'm bored. I got nothing to do. Come on, help me out."
Yeah.
No, you know what else that could have been? That could have been Clark.
No,
paying it. Maybe Texas. He lives in Texas. Clark Hunt.
No, it wasn't. I've seen it pull into his house before.
Oh, okay. So
but I pull up right next to it. I'm like looking over that tinted window so they can't see in it, and then they pull in front of me and turn off on. I won't say the street.
So what you can confirm is that you don't know that it wasn't me.
That's true.
No, because I couldn't see in it.
See,
I've never seen Gary drive that car, but I'm not with Gary 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He might have a secret life.
Does Pops move?
Billionaire.
Does Pops move back and forth with Patrick and Brittany whenever they? He's got a house in Texas too, right?
Could be. It could also be a trainer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or would his dad really drive up here from Texas, or would he just?
Well, he just bought his dad a brand new car.
I know, but I'm saying would he drive it up here from Texas? And if you had a Rolls Royce, would you really drive it all the way from Texas to Kansas City?
Oh,
yeah, because you want to roll in a car that you can't get in Kansas City.
Or the other thing you actually do is I've seen guys do this. Rich guys have
have it shipped or hauled.
What they do is what they do is if it's like the sales tax in Texas is lower,
right?
So then if you have a property down there, you basically assign the car to Texas, even though you're driving it up here, and you may even have gotten.
I'm doing that right now, and I'm not rich.
Well, maybe it was Mahomes' other car.
Forget that tax, man. It might be. I know he got a new Ferrari.
Yeah, he got a new Ferrari.
But yeah, I mean, why not, right? Why not? Even though
you know his boy's got to have a good old pickup truck in his driveway, right?
Yeah, I don't think. You know what's crazy? I don't think with his dad. His dad doesn't seem like that
flashy guy.
Yes, he is.
He is. I would seem like he'd be like just the big time.
Hey, a Rolls Royce SUV is not flashy.
Yes, it is.
That is an English.
No,
car.
that is like the flashiest.
Are the English flashy? No, they're not.
Rolls Royces are flashy.
I'm telling you that
no matter what
that SUV. Hey, you had to be.
I
should
have rolled down my window and said, "Do you have any Grey Poupon?"
No, wait. So I feel like his dad would be like
that commercial?
Driving a truck like the Rock or something, like the big F-150.
Do you even know that commercial?
Yeah, Grey Poupon. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Been a while. No, but that's funny. I picture his dad. It could be. I picture his dad doing like the Rock, who's like worth whatever, who bought the XFL. The Rock is like drives a F-150,
and then
he drives no fancy sports cars, nothing.
Okay, so let me ask you this: you sign a $500 million contract. What do you buy yourself? What do you buy your dad? And what do you buy your wife's?
So wifey I don't know. Wifey. Actually, Christy probably be actually happy with not. I don't know if she'd
be
want
careful.
That or not.
Be careful. She
no,
may
you know
listen.
what? No, I know what she wants. Actually, if I got the $500 million contract, her favorite like big SUV that's super flash like that is like the Mercedes G-Wagon.
Yeah,
which is because she likes Jeeps and it looks kind of like Jeep,
the boxy.
Yes, and so she would go for that
classic.
That's not as expensive as that Rolls Royce one.
Yeah,
I think the G-Wagon's like $150 or something like that. That Rolls Royce one, that SUV is like $500,000, and so it's insane, brand new. Used at $400. I don't know, but like,
what would you buy yourself, and what would you buy your dad?
My dad would be the F-150 guy. He'd be like, "Could I get a new F-150?" I'm like, "Sure." Or you know what?
Would it be loaded? Mustang. Would it be loaded? Or would he be conservative on
No, he'd want it. I mean, I would just buy it for him fully loaded.
Yeah,
but what would he want?
It's just conservative.
Yeah,
that's his style.
And how about yourself?
And maybe a Ford Mustang, for real. I mean, for real. Like I'd be like anything. He'd be like Mustang. I'm like, all right. Me, I'm probably getting that same Ferrari that Mahomes has got, like a style like that. And then for my like everyday driver, I'm actually, those be kind of goofy. My everyday driver probably is like the nicest like Tesla I could get, which is not insanely expensive. Like I think it's like 110 or something like that.
That's what Will Shields drives.
I think they're awesome. I think that's the vehicle of the future. I'd be like the nicest Tesla because I just think they're cool.
Gary,
but whatever. Gary's got the chauffeur, man.
Your wife first.
So my wife, she would also want a larger SUV than we have. I'd probably let her pick it out. I don't know what she would pick, but I'd just say, hey, what do you want, and let's go get it, or let's figure it out. If we got to go somewhere else than Kansas City to buy it, I would, or other than a car, with her, she does really like to go to the shows and things in Las Vegas.
Right.
So maybe like a Las Vegas condo on the Strip. I mean,
would you guys want to live on the Strip or stay off Strip?
No, I would think she would want one on the Strip, just so that we're right there all the time.
Yeah, I like that.
And we could rent it out, like using Airbnb and things like that when we weren't going to be there.
Yep.
Or if, some of our friends wanted to use it. So I actually think I think that's where she would go, is say, let's buy a condo in Vegas that's on the Strip and just buy it outright and keep it, because then we can rent it when we're not going to use it and let other people use it. So
what's your dad?
My dad definitely he'd want the Chevy truck.
Yeah.
What is the I know it's not the F-150, but what's the equivalent in the
like
Chevy?
Like a Silverado.
Yeah. So yeah.
What do you want what do you want to stick to, like the 1500, or would you get like the big guy with like the dualies and everything like that?
Yeah, I think I don't know. My dad would kind of go back and forth on that.
Get him a Toyota truck and see what happens.
No, he'd want the Chevy.
Bomb the Honda truck. Oh no.
Yeah, he'd want the Chevy Silverado. Probably the dualies. My dad, he'd probably like the dualies, and then. For me, I'd hire myself a full-time driver. Yeah. And, not a super flashy car, but, I'd get something decent that's easy to get in and out of the back of.
You know what? I think you would do good in, like, It is flashy, but it's not the most expensive, like a Maybach, because the Maybach's like you could have the driver. It's designed for that. You have the driver in the front, and then your back's like
open,
seat reclines. Yeah, TVs, everything. You could be like, hey, let's go.
Yeah,
and just go, whatever.
So I'd probably do something like that for myself.
You know, the thing is too, like I would not buy a private jet. I would like rent one if I needed
Lease
to.
it if you need it.
Yeah, I would rent hey, I'm gonna go to Vegas. I don't want to buy one because that's like crazy, insane expensive. I don't want to buy it.
No, it's cheaper to
and a lot of football players actually have talked about I wasted a lot of money on private flights. You should honestly you have the money, just fly first class. That's awesome. Or get on share a private jet with somebody. Don't rent one on yourself or whatever. So
what was your car, Gary?
I didn't really name a car. I just said I'd definitely get a driver, and I'd get something comfortable to ride in.
You could even do the old school Vince McMahon limo.
Yeah, I mean maybe a limo, or I'd probably go with some type of SUV. I mean, your Escalade that I've been in, those ride very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe have one kind of custom done.
Yeah,
with the back.
There's a few. There's, like Tom Brady. Did you ever see that one Tom Brady?
You putting spinners on it?
Oh,
no.
I wouldn't make it flashy.
You seen that one that Tom Brady's trying to? Tom Brady had one he was trying to sell. Yeah, it's insane. It's it's got bulletproof glass and all super tinted windows, and the interior's all done out. So Tom basically jumps in. I think they did was they took out the second row, and he's on the third row. And basically in the front, it's just he reclines out. It's the same type of deal.
Yeah, and I'd do something like that with the interior. Maybe just, buy one or have it custom made. I'm sure, with going through Cadillac, you could have that custom made or buy one and then take it to a car shop and they could do that. I mean,
a lot of
if you got that kind of money, you probably know what these places are that could do that for you.
You know what I would do? I mean, honestly, most of my money would be if I got money
Properties,
like that,
right?
Oh yeah, well I would figure out a way. I would figure out a way just to keep my money for the rest of my life, and my son and his son or his kids, and then I literally instead of buying things, I'd be more interested in having fun,
right?
And so I'd be
let's go.
It's fun time. Family vacations.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Some guys trips, some couples trips.
Wouldn't it be nice to just come home and say, "Hey, hon, come on, pack up the kids, we're going."
Yeah, we're going to fly to. I want to go watch the Lakers play tonight. Let's fly to LA.
I'll give you my 3 real quick here.
Yeah.
All right.
What's yours?
For my wife, either a BMW or a Mercedes, just small convertible. Nothing flashy. Just not one. It doesn't have to be real expensive. There's another convertible out there I can't think of that's American made that she would like. For my dad, he was always a Lincoln Mark guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if they make the Marks anymore, but they make something similar to it. So that would be it. And for me, I'm not as flashy as you with the Ferrari. I'm a 911 kind of guy. Porsche. It's not as flashy. It's a little more conservative,
a little more sleek. It's just nicer.
Yeah, that's That's me.
Yep, that's nice because it really.
And then I do a Mercedes kind of what Mercedes or a Range Rover, kind of like the one you'd get for your
wife.
a
daily.
Yeah.
The Porsche 911 is more of a because if I buy that Rari, it's not even. I can't even. I mean, I can drive it and have fun, but not really. I can't take it to 140 miles an hour and not get in trouble. You know what I mean? I won't. I'm spending a lot of this money just to be kind of think it's cool that I have it. I don't even know if I'd actually do that. I probably would.
I'd also get a Smokey and the Bandit TA.
Yeah, you know what? It would be actually more fun to try to collect try to collect those old cars, like the Knight Rider car or something like that.
And then instead of the Confederate flag on top, I'd get one of those Dodge was it Charger?
Yeah,
with Daisy Duke painted on the top.
Nice.
That's politically correct.
I like that.
If I could buy, any car, if I was just going to add it to a collection, it'd be the 69 Mustang GT, just Gone in 60 Seconds.
Right.
If I was just going to buy a car for a collector's item, obviously that's something that's not going to come out of the garage very often. Mm-hmm. So I'd have to have a place to store it. But yeah, just as far as a dream car, one car to buy.
Yep.
Just like the one Eleanor and Gone in 60 Seconds.
I'd upgrade I'd have a bigger house and literally I don't need more bedrooms, but what I need, no, I got 4 bed now. I probably just need 4, maybe 5, and then. Yeah, I'm all right with that. My biggest upgrade would probably be my basement, like a man cave type thing. I'd probably put a decent amount of money into that.
Would you get a she-shack for?
Yeah, she'd ask for that. She's already said stuff about that now. And
what would her she-shack consist of?
Whatever. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know. Because she'll listen to this and be like, you said you'd get this stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, I just
So
did."
yeah,
It's
if
like
you had
all
that
hype
kind